get started here, and then if people want to hop in later, that's perfectly fine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see we have people in beautiful Mexico. We have other people here in Guatemala. We have people in Queens, New York. So beautiful. Okay. Well, first of all, thank you guys all for being here. I'm so excited to share this. And I just firstly want to thank my beautiful sister Tamara here for this CAYA collaboration. It's kind of perfect timing to do this masterclass together, as we're both just growing so much in our creations. And CAYA, for anyone who doesn't follow or doesn't know, is just this beautiful little home space for people to come back to their creative practices and their artistry. And it's happening at the same time that I'm growing my own cacao business and brand. So it's so beautiful to do that together. Let's see. All right, we have some more people joining.
Hello.
Oh,
God.
hi. Welcome. Amazing. Okay, great. So our masterclass today is called Cacao and Creative Flow. So before we start, let's maybe just connect all of our energy. So we're going to have everyone, wherever you are, find a comfortable seat. Maybe shake it out a little bit, do a little lip trill, shake your shoulders, shake your hands, and just really find yourself comfortable wherever you're sitting. Take a deep breath and just really feel into how lucky we are to have this time all together to learn about beautiful cacao, to talk about our creative processes, and to move our artistry forward. So, so stunning. Okay. So I just want to do a quick check-in. Has anyone here tried cacao before? Have you not tried cacao before? Drop it in the chat. Let us know what's your relationship with the beautiful cacao plant. Okay, Joshua has tried. Beautiful. Hello. For anyone who just joined, we're just dropping in the chat if you have tried cacao before, if you haven't. Maria loves cacao. Beautiful. Joselis has never tried. Okay, we're going to change that soon. And Mackenzie loves. Okay, beautiful. All right. So now we know where we're at with the cacao. I also would like to just do a quick check-in, how everyone is feeling with their own creative process. And that doesn't mean that you have to be a practicing artist. This could just be in your life, like anything you want to create for yourself, any creative ideas you're having about your life that you want to bring to fruition. How are we feeling there? Are you feeling frustrated? Are you feeling excited? Are you feeling in flow? If you could just drop in one word in the chat to do a little temperature check with your creative energy, that would be amazing. Overflowing. Love to hear that, Joshua. Amazing. Collaborative. Beautiful. Inspired. Love that. Both in flow and a little bit overwhelmed. I definitely resonate with that one. Reconnecting. So beautiful. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Inspired by the spring. It's such a beautiful time to create. Amazing. All right. Well, keeping all of this in mind, we're going to see how this changes throughout our time together and if we can maybe move through any blockages that might be coming up throughout our time or expand upon flow that we're already feeling. So, I just want to share a little bit about why I'm giving this masterclass and why I'm so passionate about this work. I have had several periods throughout my life of feeling extremely creatively blocked, and I really have devoted my life to moving through that. I think our dreams and our creations are the holiest thing. And I really just devote myself to making that happen for myself and to helping other people move through those blocks so that they can live their fullest creative potential. And the beautiful cacao plant, which I am lucky to have in the form of a beverage right here, has helped me so much along my journey. And we're going to share a little bit about why that is and how it can help you also. Amazing. So I'm going to share a little presentation here so we all get some beautiful visuals. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second here. Application windows.
While Lila's figuring that out, I'll just say hi to everybody. My name is Tamara. I'm the founder of CAYA, which stands for Come As You Are or Create As You Are, as I like to say. And this is something I'm really passionate about, and I'm really excited to have my first collaborator be one of my closest friends, Lila. One of the missions for CAYA is to create a platform for other creatives to share their medicine. And I think something that feels quite intimidating for so many of us is we have a hard time identifying with that, like as a creative. And one of my biggest beliefs and one of the foundational pillars of CAYA is that we are all creative. It is inherent to being human. So I'm so excited to just have this first masterclass be led by such a powerful creative herself who has really done the work and has really been such a inspiration to a lot of our circle in terms of following her dreams and allow removing blocks so that the flow can really lead her life, for lack of a better words. But I just wanted to say hi, and I'm excited to connect with all of y'all.
Yay. Thank you so much, Tam. Okay, it's telling me that my screen sharing is paused. So I want to know, how do you all see my screen?
We see your just your Safari,
Resume. Let's see.
and it is.
These are the things that I am still learning. Okay, let's try again.
No worries. While Lila's doing that, I'm gonna ask everybody to, while we're talking about creativity and how y'all are feeling in your flow, I'm curious, what is one creative project that you are working on? And this can be something that's not necessarily oh wait, no, she's got it. Never mind. We can
I
talk about
got
that
it.
later. Yeah, it's all
Okay.
good. But I am curious to hear about everyone's creative projects in the future.
Okay,
You're
let's
good.
find. Okay, it doesn't let me. Okay, understood. So it
Oh,
doesn't let
I
me.
hear you. You have to have it
Okay.
big screen.
Yep.
Yeah. Or if you
Here
download
we
it as a
go.
PDF, you can scroll down it.
Okay, we're gonna do this.
I think this is good.
Okay, you guys get the picture.
Yeah, we totally.
Perfect. Here we are. Okay, so before we get started with our beautiful little presentation here, I'm going to show you. So this is a cacao pod on a tree. They look like that. So stunning, gorgeous. They kind of look like Dr. Seuss plants that grow sideways off of branches. Um, and I just kind of want to lay the foundation here with an understanding that we as humans are not separate from nature. We are a part of her. She is a part of us. So that being said, every single thing that we consume affects us. The quality of our air, the quality of our water, every single food that we put into our body, it impacts us in some way. So cacao is known as a heart opener. And our goal is to get into our hearts to be able to get fully into our creative flow. So that is why she's so powerful and why she's such an ally in our artistic process. Okay, amazing. My intention with this class is that we all start to open up our hearts a little bit more and our creative channels, and we learn more about cacao, her origins as a sacred medicine, and that hopefully each of you walk away with an idea of how to ritualize cacao into your creative time and practice and start to feel more ease in your creative path as you're naturally will, as you're coming from a more heart-centered place. So first, we're going to talk about the history of cacao. As you can see here, I'm not sure if you can see my mouse. I think you can. But in the top left corner, we have the cacao pods growing off of a tree. So beautiful. And then when you open up the cacao pod, you see this white type of fruit that cover all of the seeds. So delicious, kind of tastes like guanabana for anyone who's had that. And then inside are the seeds, which we dry out in the sun. And you take the shells off and then you roll it on a stone until it becomes like this very thick and beautiful paste that gets dried out into the sun. And from there, you make it into a delicious drink that is frothy and bitter and so, so good. Okay. So cacao is native to the Americas. We have records of knowing about cacao for about 5,000 years, and it's used ceremonially, traditionally by both the Mayans and the Aztecs. The tree's scientific name is called Theobroma cacao, which translation of that means food of the gods, and it truly is food of the gods. It helps you connect with your heart and with spirit, and it was used ceremonially by all of these different cultures to have difficult conversations between leaders in times of having to figure things out within the societies. It was also used as offerings during sacred ceremonies to different gods and goddesses. And it also has a very high nutritional value. Cacao is very high in magnesium, which makes it also amazing for before you get your flow if you're a woman. It's also very high in potassium. It boosts serotonin production. And it also has a property in it which expands your blood vessels. So you actually do get better blood flow into your heart, which is why you feel your heart more present. And it also helps lower blood pressure. So it's a very nutritious food. And we're so lucky that we're living in a time when it's so easily accessible. Cacao in its original form is very bitter. How it's traditionally prepared is just with water and the cacao paste. You froth it up and cook it hot. And it's very, very bitter. When Europeans came over to the Americas and they were tasting cacao, they made it more to their taste and started adding in sweeteners. And today there's many different ways to do it and make her delicious. Um, and cacao in these societies was so revered and so devoted to that it was actually also used as a currency and seen as precious as gold. So that is very cool as well. In Mayan culture, I'll speak to Mayan culture because I'm here in Guatemala learning from the Mayans, and what I'm creating here with them is all based off of their cultural beliefs. But they only have 2 days out of their calendar year where they harvest cacao. And it's a very specific and beautiful process. Even the growing of the cacao seed, it's planted around other very specific plants so that the nutrition of the soil stays balanced. and all of the plants kind of interact beneath the soil and all feed each other and keep each other balanced. There's 2 days out of the year specifically when they harvest, and they have a whole set of prayers that they've been saying for thousands of years that they still repeat as they harvest the bean pods. Copal is also always grown near and around cacao trees, and it's often used as an incense during the recitation of these prayers and during the harvesting. And then specifically, the women that I've been learning from here as well have a whole process in the grinding and the fermentation where they only allow women to come in and only with very clean energy. They do a whole process of preparing to work with the cacao and laugh and pray over her as they're making the paste before it's going to be dried into blocks to really pour all of their love and channel as much love as possible into the process, understanding also that so much energy flows from our hands into everything we touch and everything that we do. And the power of sharing so much love and intention into something that other people are going to consume solely for the purpose of connecting with their hearts. So this is such a beautiful plant to connect with when we're trying to get in here. Cacao specifically as a more feminine medicine, and I speak to feminine medicine not specifically meaning for women, but also just meaning for flow, for creation, for that type of energy, which all of us carry within us. There's a very deep connection. So this statue that you see on the bottom right, her name is Ix Cacao, which is Quechuacal, which is the dialect of the Mayans here. But she is the goddess of cacao. She's also the goddess known for fertility and abundance. So I love that these three things are connected into one deity, because for me also, when we're so connected to our hearts, to our creative centers, and to our creative flow, obviously that brings so much abundance into our lives and so much fertility, not just with birthing children, but birthing the lives of our dreams with other creations, financial abundance, all of it. Okay. So now we're going to talk about how cacao interacts with your body on an energetic level. So what happens when we drink cacao is we do, as we spoke about physically, feel more into our hearts. So then we can feel more into our energetic field and really assess like our whys behind our creative desires. Which ones are feeling very from a heart-centered place, like our soul knowing that this is something that wants to come out. Maybe we're able to identify this as something that, you know, it's another voice or a judgment of something that we should do, that we should make, that doesn't feel so aligned. And it really helps you find your center, which is your heart, so that you can create from this place that is solely for you. Okay. So I'm going to walk you guys through what you could do at your home if you did have cacao with you. I know that not everyone has cacao with them right now. I am very lucky to have some. But we'll walk through what a creativity ritual might look like to center yourself in this process. I like to begin making my cacao always with lighting a candle. And I say a quick little prayer, both to the land that grew the cacao, to the people that poured so much love from seed to harvest, and then also for myself, for life, for anything else that you want to bless, just to put yourself in an energy of gratitude while cooking the cacao. Then we put her on the stove, and I will also share with all of you a recipe to cook cacao so that once you do order some ceremonial cacao, you can make this at home. But as she's cooking, I like to sing different songs of love, of gratitude, of healing, put on my favorite music, and just really get into an amazing flow. knowing that, we're creating something so beautiful together. Um, And it's really important during this time to connect with your cacao and share your intention. Is it just to feel deeper into your heart today and see what comes out? Maybe it's a new idea. Is there an idea that you're already working on that you want to see how it can expand and grow? Are you trying to understand what is your next step with a project you're already working on? Whatever questions you may be having, all of these questions will be answered in the heart. And that is why we are so lucky to have our cacao, because that is where we're going to get to the truth of things. So I'm going to walk all of us through a meditation now. We're all going to pretend that we have a cup of cacao, even if we don't. If you do, you're very lucky, and I'm so happy to see it. And basically, we're just going to feel the energy of what it might feel like to have the cacao with us to get into our creative flow. So if everyone can find themselves again in a very comfortable seat and close their eyes, I'll give you a couple minutes to find that. Maybe you shake your body out, stretch a little bit, drop your shoulders. Again, maybe we release some tension from the face, whether that's through massage or through blowing some air through your mouth. Maybe you want to massage your neck, your shoulders. And whenever you're ready, you're going to drop your hands to your knees. Start to feel the base of your spine touching whatever seat you're sat in. Maybe you're on the floor. Maybe you're lying down. And we're going to start to take a few deep breaths together, inhaling through the nose, slowly letting that air go all the way into the pit of your stomach, and exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling again through the nose. As we do this, feel your stomach expanding as big as a balloon. And exhaling through the lips. Feel the air pass over your lips as you blow it out. One more time, deep inhale through the nose. Feel your stomach completely full of air before we let go and exhale. Continuing to breathe like this. On our next inhale, we're going to visualize a bright red light shooting from the base of our spine into the core of the earth. And on your exhale, you're going to feel any stickiness, any heaviness, any anxieties dropping down through the base of the spine, through this bright red light headed towards the center of the earth. Inhaling again. And on the exhale, feeling all of the heaviness leave your body down through the base of your spine. Maybe you woke up with some strange dreams. Maybe you had some things on your mind that aren't serving you. Releasing all of it, anything preventing you from being exactly in this present moment. One more time, inhale through the nose. And feel your legs heavy as all of this density, stickiness is leaving your body, headed back to the core of the earth where it's going to be recycled. You don't need to worry about it anymore. Continuing to breathe this way deep into the stomach, feeling yourself rooted, tied to the earth. On your next inhale, you're going to imagine a giant golden ball of light 3 feet above your head. Maybe it's still, maybe it's spinning, maybe it's sparkly. Imagine this golden ball of light. And as you continue to breathe, feel this golden ball making its way slowly, slowly, slowly down towards your head. Feel it making its way closer and closer until it's almost kissing the top of your head. What shade of gold is this ball? Does it look like the sun? Does it look different? Is it hot? Is it cold? On your next inhale, feeling this golden ball of light kiss the top of your head. And as it does, feeling all of this golden light begin to turn into liquid form, dripping slowly into your brain cavity, filling up your head, your skull. This golden liquid light making its way behind your eyes, between your ears, down into the mouth, back of the tongue, your jaw, feeling this golden liquid light drip down the back of your throat, slowly, slowly, continuing to breathe. Feeling this golden liquid make its way into your chest, between your shoulders, dripping down, elbows, wrists, hands. Feel this golden liquid fill each of your fingers, bringing our awareness back to our chest cavity where this golden liquid light is swirling around your heart. Allow it to circle all the way around your heart, feeling it clear all of this beautiful space so that your heart can speak a little bit louder. Tuning in now with our hearts as we continue to breathe deeply. Perhaps a visual comes to your mind, an image. Maybe it's a smell, maybe a sensation in the body. Maybe it's words. Maybe you actually hear your heart speak to you. Continuing to breathe, staying here in our center, asking our heart what it would like to share with us today. Asking our hearts, what is my next step in my creative path? Listening without judgment to whatever comes up. It doesn't have to make sense. knowing that it's all perfect. Thanking our hearts for this moment of clarity as we continue to feel this golden light drip down to our hips, filling up our stomach, all the way down our legs, thighs, knees, ankles, feet, filling up each of our toes. Continuing to breathe, and now bringing our awareness back to our sacral centers. For women, this is our wombs. For men, this is your sacral center. Men also have an energetic womb. So all of us can work with this center. Bringing our awareness here below your belly button. And sharing so much love and appreciation for this creative center that we are given built into our bodies. Taking a moment to be very, very present with this center. How does it feel? Are your muscles relaxed? Can we breathe in to our sacral centers? Let the muscles relax. Feel more spaciousness. And for each of us, for the women, feeling into your physical wombs, and for the men, feeling into your energetic creative centers. We're going to take a moment to bring awareness here to tune in and to visualize what does the inside of your womb, your creative center, look like? This is your creative home. This is where all of the creative ideas that you have must be birthed from this place after they are gifted to you through the heart. What does it look like? Is it a beautiful space in somewhere natural, somewhere beautiful that you've seen before? Is it completely otherworldly? Is it dark? What do you see? And now I want to ask you to go even deeper into this creative center, this creative home, and perhaps do a check-in. Do we need to do some cleaning? What's present here? Are there many objects? Is it dirty? Is it dusty? Is it clean? Is it beautiful? As we continue to breathe and you feel the rest of your body filled with this golden light, take a moment to clean out your womb, your creative center. See yourself dusting, maybe rearranging things, moving things around until you have it set up exactly as you like it into a beautiful creative space. Another breath here. And now, sitting in the middle of this creative center, looking around, bring back to your mind whatever message your heart told you is your next step in your creative process. Take a moment to place this message somewhere inside of your creative home. Maybe you paint it on the wall. Maybe you write it on a piece of paper and place it in a frame. Maybe you just speak it into the room. The choice is yours. But feel this message and the frequency behind these words placed deeply into your creative home. Thank this space, whether it's your womb or it's your energetic creative center, for being the birthing portal for your creative path, process, this next step that you can be sure is coming to fruition. And begin to say goodbye to this space, knowing that you can always come back here. It's always with you. Taking our hands and placing one hand over our heart, the second hand on our sacral center, thanking our bodies, now radiating this golden light for connecting our hearts and our sacral centers, our creative portal. Knowing that that connection, that bridge, that path that you just created absolutely will come to fruition. That you have done something huge today in connecting your heart to your womb, your creative center. That as we continue to connect these two places, our flow cannot be stopped. It can be easy, and it will definitely be beautiful. Feeling into one more moment of gratitude as we take a deep breath, feeling the energy of gratitude moving through your palms, touching upon your heart, your sacral. Starting to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Feeling back into the rest of your body. Maybe you move your hips a little bit. Coming back to your normal breathing. Give yourself a moment to sit with whatever came up for you. Take your time, fluttering your eyes back open. And as we're coming back to the present moment, back into our bodies, I'm going to give everyone about 2 minutes. Maybe you want to take a note of what came up for you, jot it down, or just have another moment with yourself. If anyone wants to share a message that came up for them, feel free to drop it in the chat. We would love to hear. I'm going to figure out how I can look at the chat while I'm screen sharing.
You might have to not, like, you might have to stop screen sharing.
I'm going to stop screen sharing, then I'm going to look at the chat. Tamara has a couple tears flowing. That's so beautiful. Aaron got a message from his heart. Don't be fearful, beautiful Joselis. And again, I just want to share. So for women, we're lucky to have physical wombs in our body, but for men, you do have energetic wombs that are connected to your sacral center. So you can still work with the energy of a womb. And the womb, what it really is an incubator. Whatever we place in our wombs gets nurtured and then is able to be birthed out into the world. That's true of a fetus, of a child, and also of our creative ideas. So whatever you just placed down there, just know that it's cooking. It's being nurtured. It's in a beautiful little safe incubator, and it's going to make its way out into the world. Okay, we'll give everybody one more minute to have a moment with yourself, jot down whatever just came up for you. Beautiful. Okay, so no pressure to come back on camera because I know after a big activation like that, it can feel very tender. But I just want to close this moment with saying how grateful I am for all of you that showed up today, for all of you that were very present with yourselves and what we just experienced. And also share that I know everyone didn't have cacao with them today, but working with cacao first to prep the body and really open the heart, and then do a type of activation like this is so beyond powerful. And that is what I'm hoping you can all begin to incorporate into your creative time, your creative process, and your creative path. I'm going to start screen sharing again because I have a couple more things to share with all of you. Again, no pressure at all to come back on camera. Okay. So we saw the beautiful cacao heart and womb connection, our creative keys. And then we just have a cute little cacao moment to thank her for all of the gifts that she gives us and for humanity. It's so, so, so special that we are alive in a time when this medicine is so accessible. Okay, I want to share with all of you that I am in the process here in Guatemala of building a beautiful cacao brand called Heart Song Cacao with my beautiful sister, Manucha, who is also on this call. It is stunning cacao. We work with women here on the Lake Atitlan, which I could go on for days of the magic of this land, but they make all of it by hand. They pray over the cacao. It's so special. I have never seen more reverence in the processing of cacao than I have seen here. So we're building this together and we are launching next week. So everyone stay tuned for that. You can follow us at heartsong.cacao on Instagram. The website will be up next week. We are also running a retreat to kind of launch all of this at the end of June, beginning of July. It's going to be called Get to the Heart of It. And it is a union of the heart retreat. So half of the participants coming are going to be men, half are going to be women. And we are working with the energy of the heart of unifying both the masculine and the feminine energies. So, if you feel called towards that, please speak to me more and reach out. We're going to be in this beautiful retreat center here with just delicious food, cacao ceremonies, stunning activations. It's really, really going to be something. And I also want to offer each of you that are on this call 10% off your first order of cacao if you use the code Creative Flow when we launch. So just maybe take a screenshot or jot that down. We can also send you an email with this. But we're just so excited to get cacao out to you and for you guys all to try. So stay tuned there. We're going to have a lot more about all of this. And something so beautiful that Tamara and I are kind of creating together is a womb liberation course. If you're feeling more called towards womb work and you want to kind of discover what's going on there, we're going to do a 4-day container to understand, clean up, and create from our sacred cycles on May 23rd to 26th. It's going to be workshops and a group chat, and we're going to go really deep into each of the different phases of our cycle to see our relationship to that phase, what's going on there, do some activations. There's going to be a lot of takeaway work and really just align you with your womb and your natural cycles so that you can continue to flow in the most natural, easeful, juicy way possible. So that is our goal with this container. And if you decide that you're feeling very called towards this and you want to join today, Tamara and I are adding this little bonus where you get a free session with the first 3 people that sign up for our container are going to get a free session with either her or I. So you can choose. And we're just so excited for all of these creations that are pouring through. I'm going to open up the next 10 minutes. If anybody wants to share maybe something that came up for them, or first I'm going to pass it to Tamara. She has a couple words to say about this, and then we'll have about 10 minutes to all share together before we close. So, okay, I'm going to pass. Thank you guys so much.
Hi, hi everyone. Thank you, Lila, for sharing these exciting offerings. Highly recommend following Heartsong Cacao on Instagram. It's going to be really exciting, everything that they're cooking up. When it comes to this womb liberation workshop, I'm so excited about it. And I wanted to also say that we are offering 50% off today only. So then there's going to be early bird, and of course, it's going to be regular pricing. So if that's something that you're interested in and you feel like your heart is getting excited about it, reach out to me. I'll put in my Instagram if you don't have it, but it's Come to Kaya. And we can talk about pricing. But yeah, today it's only today. It's going to be 50% off, and then it's going to go up like, I want to say like a little bit more, and then it'll be normal pricing. So it's going to be a really beautiful 4-day workshop. And we're going to be going through each phase of your cycle. This is something that I have really like dove into myself. It's something that I feel really attuned to, and I have found that aligning my creative process with my womb has been extremely supportive. As a woman, as somebody that is creative and somebody that has a lot of big dreams and a lot of things that I'm working on, I find that really aligning to my internal rhythms can support my internal and external reality in the most beautiful ways. So yeah, so today 50% off, and the first 3 people get a one-on-one session. For me, that's going to look like an inner child healing session. I also offer parts work, I offer theta healing, I offer a lot of different things. So we can talk about something that really makes you excited. I'm also getting trained in family constellations if that's something that you're interested in too. Really powerful work. And yeah, I'm so happy to have had such a beautiful masterclass. This is our first masterclass workshop combo with a collaborator for CAYA, and it was gorgeous. That meditation brought me to tears, like I said. And I'll just really briefly share that, like, as a space holder myself, I don't often get the opportunity to be held. And so if you are somebody, I feel like there are here a lot of space holders here, people who give, people that are nurturing to others. I really recommend that you gift yourself an opportunity to receive. We can only give from an overflowing cup. And yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. But thanks y'all for being here. And even though I can't see your faces, I can feel y'all. So I will open up this space for anybody that has anything they'd like to share, how this workshop made you feel, any questions, any reflections. Feel free to unmute or feel free to drop anything into the chat. Let us know what you think and just what feels alive and present for you today. And I'll give everyone some time to kind of reflect. I'll play some music. Oh, Joshua said this workshop made me feel so much at peace with myself. Amazing.
That makes me so happy. I'm so glad, Joshua.
Also, as y'all are kind of reflecting, today is the new moon in Taurus. So it's a really beautiful time. This was a beautiful practice for the morning to kind of reconnect with your heart and your creative center. And it's a really great time to set intentions. So I would also open up the space right now if you'd like to be witnessed in that process to drop in an intention that you're setting for this lunar cycle. I think that can be, I really believe that being witnessed in your process, especially when it comes to planting seeds, it amplifies it, and because there's people from all over the world here, kind of holding that intention with you, collaboratively. So I recommend. I'm gonna think about it, and I'm gonna drop it into the chat as well. I'm also gonna play some music because we have like 2 more minutes. Oh wait, I can't. I forgot that you're the host. Never mind, Lila. You can play music.
I can play music.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem. And then if anyone does feel called to share something, please just unmute yourself and start speaking, and I will lower the music.
Exactly. I'm also going to mention that I host online creativity circles every week on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. EST. These are really wonderful. It's like a very supportive, safe space to kind of reconnect to your creative process and your inner artist. So I highly recommend if that's something that you're interested in. I'm offering like a really good deal for the second half. We've already made it through this first 6 weeks of the Artist Way. We're going to be going through the second half of it. But you know, if you've never done the Artist Way before, do not let that scare you. These are really intuitive circles. We do use the Artist Way as a loose structure, but I weave in a lot of like relevant astrological themes, my own intuitive wisdom. It's a really sweet space. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'm just going to drop in my Instagram and my website. And also, I think it's like come to CAYA@gmail.com. And if you're interested in being a collaborator, hit me up and we can talk. Sorry,
The
I'm gonna give you guys
creativity
space
circles are amazing.
to
They're
I'll give
so
y'all space to
grounding.
speak now.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you, Lila, for hosting this. This was so beautiful. That meditation was amazing. I was in there and I was just like feeling, I don't know. I feel like I'm someone who has like a lot of like ideas, a lot of like little projects, and like going into my actual womb and seeing all of my creative projects like felt like overwhelming at first. Like it's like, oh my God, it's like disorganized. There's like a little bit done here, there's a little bit done there, and it was just like all over the place. But like to just come in with the energy of like, you know, an open heart and seeing that like it's all just growing together at like different paces. And that was just like a really beautiful moment. And I just was really feeling the message of like being free and like the aspect of like it's okay to like explore things. It's okay to start new ideas, like pursue new dreams. Like there's no like organization that needs to happen in the sense of like pursuing your dreams and being creative and all of these things. And so that was just like that was really beautiful and really important for me.
I'm so glad to hear that, Erin. Thank you for sharing. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
I also want to share that Aaron's going to be hosting his first in-person creativity circle today. And so I just think it's really special that he had an opportunity to really connect to his heart and his creative center and to like dive deep into himself before holding space for other people.
So special, Erin. Sending you all of the best for that. Celebrating you.
I'm so excited. It's gonna be really cool.
For anyone else who might want to share even a piece of what came up from them, you don't have to put your camera on. You could just speak and unmute yourself, or you could type. It's up to you. Mackenzie's feeling very inspired by the Mayan cacao goddess. Yes, girl, I can make you a playlist all about her. Beautiful. And Maria is feeling so inspired to work with the womb. Beautiful, vivid visuals of the womb space as creative center. Amazing.
Yes, y'all.
Love
And
to
you
hear that.
You can absolutely send Lila or me any of your reflections via Instagram message, text, email, whatever feels good for you. And feel free to just hold on to this and let it integrate for the rest of the day. Um, and
Yeah. And thank you guys again for all showing up. I'm so grateful. It feels so special, and happy new moon. This is a very special day to work with our creative centers. So good job. And again, stay tuned for everything we have cooking. Follow Come to CAYA, follow Heart Song, and we'll keep seeing the creative magic. So thank you all so much. Have a beautiful day.
yay!
Yay.
Have a beautiful day, y'all.
Bye.